Attach 8 cords to the dowel using the lark's head knot. I'm using 5mm cord, and each cord is 130 centimeters long. The cord I'm using is listed in the description below. Take the first 4 cords on the left. Using the left cord, go over the 2 middle cords. Using the right cord, go over that cord, around the back and through that opening, and pull that up to the top. Take the right cord over the 2 middle cords, take the left cord over that cord, around the back and through the opening. This is a square knot, and going across the top, do 3 more square knots. Slide the cords over a little bit, just so they're closer together. Take the first 3 cords, skip 1 cord, and then take the next cord and make a square knot. Now take the cord you dropped, the next 2 cords, drop that 4th cord, and grab that next one and do a square knot. Take the dropped cord again, the next 2 cords, drop a cord and take the next one. And now take the dropped cord and the next 3 cords and do a square knot to finish that row. And keep repeating that pattern for a few more rows. I've done 7 rows of square knots in total. Remove the dowel, unfurl the lark's head knots, and trim the ends. And if you like, comb out the fringe. Secure your cord. Bring it behind the first 2 cords, over, and then pull it from behind and bring it snug to the top. Go over again, go through, grab it and pull it and make it snug to the top. Bring it under the next 2 cords, loop it over and through. Over and through. And do that all the way across. Tape the next cord and do the same thing. Switch colors for the next row. Do another row in the same color. Do 4 more rows in the original color. Remove the dowel. Undo the lark's head knots. I'm going to cut the fringe to 1 inch long. You can do this with a rotary cutter or with scissors. I like to use a rotary cutter. And I'm going to cut all 4 sides the same length. And then you can just comb out the fringe. Attach 7 cords to a dowel with the lark's head knot. Take the ends behind the dowel, pull them until you see the loop. Bring the ends over the dowel and down through the loop. Pull that snug. Take the first cord, hold it on an angle, take the next cord to it and bring it over top of that cord, loop it around the back and pull it through. While holding this cord, tighten the other one. Take this cord again, and we're going to go over top of that same cord, around the back, and up through the loop. While holding this cord on the angle, pull that cord tight. You've just made your first double half hitch knot. Leave those cords aside and take the next two cords and do the same thing. Hold this one on the angle, take the next one over the top, around the back, and through the loop. Holding this cord, pull that snug. Take the cord again, over top of that other cord, around the back, and through the loop, and pull that snug. Do that with all of the remaining cords. Skip one cord and take the next two cords. Take this one, hold it to the left, and take this one underneath, pull it over, and now you're going to pull it through that loop. Continuing to hold the cord on the angle, take the same cord over the top, and then go through that opening and pull it through, and pull that snug. Take the next two cords, hold this one to the left, take the other one underneath, you're pulling it over top, and then go through these cords and pull it through. And make that snug. Holding the same cord to the left, take this one again, over top, reach through, and pull that through. And do that all the way across. The last cord you're not doing in this row. Now go back to the left and use the first two cords. Take the left one, hold it to the right, and take the next one and do the double half hitch knot. So over, around, through the opening. Over again, around, and through the opening. Take the next two cords and continue, and do that all the way across. Skip the first cord and take the next two, holding this one to the left, take the other one around the back, and then through the opening. Take this one again, over and through the opening. And do that all the way across. Continue with that same pattern. Continue until you have a square coaster, and you'll know this when you have 7 knots down the right side. Next, we're going to remove the dowel, undo the lark's head knots. Now you can do one of two options, with fringe or without fringe. If you prefer the look of fringe, just cut the ends. I like to use a rotary cutter to do this, but you can also just use scissors. It's very easy to do straight lines with the rotary cutter. Next, I comb out the fringe. Then I turn it over and I just put a little glue at all of these ends just so these knots don't come undone. Without fringe, you want to cut each of these loops. Flip your piece over. I like to use these forceps to do this part. I'll leave a link in the description for these. And then you'll just take your cords, go underneath one of these loops, grab the cord and pull it through. And I put 2 cords behind each loop. Then I cut each of these cords off right here and attach a little glue. The end it'll look like this. All the cords will be tucked in and glued.